Rich, out-of-touch influencers seriously need to be stopped. Hello, you gorgeous donuts. Many people are getting something called influencer fatigue at the moment. This basically means that they're tired of seeing influencers on their For You pages, on Instagram, whatever it is, kind of flexing, being out of touch, just kind of appearing to be a superior being when in reality, obviously, they're not. Now, today, I thought we would take a look at some of these influencers that are giving people influencer fatigue. And I want you to let me know by the end of this video if you feel like you have it too. Oh, I am so excited for this one. So this first one is a woman called Georgia Tofolo. I believe she was on I'm a Celebrity. She's kind of like a mainstream celebrity in the UK, and now she's trying to be an influencer. However, obviously she's very rich, and I believe her boyfriend or husband also owns Brewdog, which is like a $1 billion business, I believe. And this is her appearing to be normal, but coming off just really out of touch. Work from home. More, what the is going on in this house, lol? Who let us out? Someone needs to bloody put some chains on me. Welcome to the least productive work from home day on record. On Wednesdays, James has his entire team over for serious meetings. Meanwhile, I had far more pressing things on the agenda. Workout in an illegal amount of forfeit. Blazer refresh, DIY skills questionable, confidence unmatched. Distracted my husband mid-meeting. Anyway, both operations survived the day. 10 out of 10 would work from home again. Okay, that sets us up quite nicely. Nothing wrong with that.
Morning, one and all. How are we doing? It's 9 a.m. Everyone's arriving for work. We're feeling good. How are you feeling about my outfit?
Proper abs.
I only have these once a month when I'm not bloated or on my period. I do 2 sets of abs at the end of every workout. I quite like this one, the tuck. Like a tuck.
Oh, yeah.
The scissor. It's a classic. Do you have a bag?
Could you imagine you've turned up, you know, to do your job, you just want to get on with what you're doing, and you've got like her just kind of obviously trying to make you laugh, but just giving off very main character syndrome, you know, when you're trying to get on with stuff and you have to laugh because obviously, you know, it's kind of like the boss's wife as well. You're like, oh yeah, that's really funny, like crunches, yeah, no, that's really funny wearing forfeit. Oh god, oh this is class, this is the best day of my life, this is the best day of your life, this is remarkable.
Real? I would think not. So, what's on? How do we put in the dress code? I want people to look f***ing fab. We should send a picture reference of me. I just tell you, right, I am sick of eating this for breakfast.
Me and my dog's on diet.
It's very, like, I don't know, it's like, how do you do, fellow kids? You know that meme? She's like trying to appear as if she's like normal and relatable, but like this is just nobody's lifestyle, like, you know, living in a penthouse while you're just like a multi-millionaire and just this is your day of working from home. I guarantee people watching this video, working from home looks nothing like this.
Oh, what a surprise. Did you miss me that much? What's going on in there? I don't want to go in. Is it serious? Why are we here then? I'm gonna not let anyone into the meeting unless they're wearing a silly hat.
No. Oh, that would be good because they got the hat. I'm just thinking if I was one of the employees, just knowing that you've got to constantly just be like, yeah.
It's called a shag bonnet. Can you also appreciate that my trainers are heavy?
Did you see that guy's face? Look at his face. You can tell they're like, I just want to do my work and go home. Like, I get it. Like, it's funny. You're doing a day in the life. But can we just get on with our work so we can all just get to see our families?
Can you also appreciate that my trainers are hairy? Anyway, I will leave you to it. If my hair falls out, who do I sue? I've got a tension headache, feeling a bit nervous. It doesn't matter actually, because no one cares about me anymore and I don't get any work on tellies.
2 colours together.
Can you try and not do it on my scalp? Oh. We want to get rid of the Jean tinge. Got a headache. I have had highlights since I was 11. Can you do layers? What if it just completely goes the wrong colour?
I do understand from her point of view what she's trying to go for. This is definitely kind of like, I guess like a rebrand, trying to be kind of like, you know, like, I don't even know, like a really rich influencer that obviously you can't kind of relate to. But she's then trying to make it relatable. I just don't understand who the audience is for this. I think if you'd grew this type of brand from the ground up, I feel like people could get invested on the way. But when people know you as like a TV personality, it kind of comes off as like a desperate way to kind of stay relevant in a way.
It falls out. It's right on the scalp. Yeah. That smell is so bad. Can't smell shit now. My organic lavender. Can't do this. It absolutely stinks. They all think we are totally nuts. Oh my god, he's on the call. At least none of it's fallen off. It looks pink. Joking. I've only got non-toxic natural. James's staff think we are totally nuts.
It is kind of funny. Oh, everybody thinks that we are absolutely nutty. Put us in the nut house. You just dyeing your hair. Just not that mental, you know. Put a bit of colour in it. You know, actually, I think that's actually perfectly normal, though. If you were going around with a machete and, like, cutting your hair off, then I think they'd be like, is everything okay? She seems like she's kind of out of her mind right now. This, I think you'll get a pass for this.
My neck hurts. Okay, it's warm, it's warm. This is what it would be like if I was giving birth. How does it look? That's good, Mole. You've got right in there. Touching my eyebrow. Sorry. Amy, you're going to have to hold my head up. Yeah, that's so much. That's really cute. Lift my head up, Amy. Amy! My eye. You've got it all over your face. Is it finished? That was easy. My hair doesn't look so bad. It's dry. No one's getting a sack today. I'm going to have this and my lunch. So this is my starter lunch.
Bro, what kind of life even is this? I'm trying to think, like, internally, am I envious here? But I don't think I am. Like, what is this? You just spend all day getting your hair dyed. This is, bear in mind, this is a work from home day. And then, like, there's just, like, a buffet ready for you in your penthouse. How can anybody look at this and be like, oh, yeah, you know, just kind of down to earth, bless her.
Girl made this for everyone to eat today. How amazing. Psychopathic behaviour from Molly. She's having Quaker oats while we're all having haggis, tatties. Do you know, it's not better than I thought. It's a bit grey, but it's not like a worrying level of grey.
I mean, yeah, but you didn't do it yourself as well. I feel like if you're doing it yourself, you could be, like, obviously really worried how it's going to go. I imagine she's paid the best of the best people. There was, like, 3 people working on her hair at one point there. Chances are it's going to look pretty good. I really do wish that I guess every day is a work from home day for me. I need to just schedule in a day like that. I need to schedule someone to make us a buffet, to dye me hair, and I need to, like, hire people that I don't really know what they're doing, but just so I can walk in front of them and appear to be mental.
I am flying to Dubai today, but I have a massive problem. I have to do my full skincare routine in an aeroplane toilet.
What? Why would you do this to this woman? Why would you inflict so much pain on the innocent? Again, this one's kind of harmless in a way because she's just kind of, you know, from her perspective, she's just talking to our audience. It's kind of funny that this is like if this is a stress in your life, you've got a pretty good life. If this is like one of your worries in life, you know, you're doing pretty okay. I do understand when people say they have influencer fatigue, when they kind of see videos like this. I really do kind of understand the viewpoint of it, because it's been happening for years now, and every single year obviously is another year of new influencers and another year of, like, the influencer economy growing. And you keep kind of seeing these repeated patterns of people, you know, becoming richer and becoming more out of touch. It's bound to just get tiring.
This is horrifyingly concerning. I just finished watching a video of an unattractive and a physically incapable woman advocating to other women to stay single and repulse men. And her reasoning for it was that the male loneliness epidemic is arising and the woman loneliness epidemic doesn't exist. Now, you see, the funny thing is, it's true, but the cycle reverses. You see, young men are incredibly lonely at this moment in time, but older women, after you get to the age of 30, 40, 50, you have your own thing coming when you are infertile, and the men the same age as you are still able to find young, attractive women through successive empires and build families.
Bro, this is literally a McDonald's. Like, what are we doing? This is just too deep. What are you seeing? What is this storyline you're building? At the start, I was like, where is he taking this? And then the more we kind of got into it, I was like, oh, I know exactly where he's taking this. What happens when women hit over 30s? The words, you have your own thing coming after you reach the age of 30, 40, 50 is such a mad statement. Oh, don't worry. Father Time will catch up to you, love. Just imagine this guy just waiting in just his bedroom, just waiting for women to get older. Every single minute he counts like another woman has just reached over 30, and he laughs so hard. So basically what he is wishing here is that every single woman is miserable over the age of 30, 40 and 50, and he wishes they were all lonely just because they didn't appreciate him when he was lonely. That's some good logic right there. Obviously, you know, a lot of men are lonely, and a lot of men, you know, with mental health, it's like it's a real issue. Like, that is, I'm not like putting that down at all, but I don't understand why he feels like he needs to, you know, voice for male loneliness while simultaneously putting down women and telling women that they will feel lonely as well. Like, why are you pitting men and women together in this way? way. It's such a weird way to kind of voice about male loneliness, and it just takes away from whatever you're saying. You always hear as well, like a lot of not just women, but just people in general say that the 30s and 40s and 50s are the best years of their life, because, you know, you've kind of lived through your 20s where you kind of evaluate yourself the most in your life, or your teenagers, and you start to like figure out who you are. A lot of people say those are the best years. Very strange. I know I'm holding a microphone right now, so I do want to recognize the hypocrisy in this, but I definitely do feel like there needs to be a license on microphones, especially when you film yourself vertically on TikTok. Surely there has to be like a pass, you know, like when you do a driving test. I feel like you need to just kind of answer 30 questions, and we can kind of evaluate if your viewpoints are ready for the world.
Go. Can I get in the picture?
No.
Can you get off my car then?
She probably lost thousands of followers in seconds.
She probably lost every single follower she ever had because of me. Yeah, I don't think so, mate. If anything, I feel like the guy who owns the Lamborghini comes off as the bellend in this. Not because he drives a Lamborghini, but because he drives a Lamborghini and also wears a Lamborghini t-shirt. Just too much. Like, if you're going to drive a Lamborghini, don't wear a t-shirt with like Lamborghini written all over it. It just kind of, I don't know, it just kills your aura. It's just desperate, you know? It's like you want people to ask, what car do you drive? What car do you drive? Ferrari, actually. You know, don't know why I've got this on.
And if you could be another content creator for 24 hours, who would it be?
Someone who's super rich. Nah, like super rich. I'd get on a jet, I'd get on a yacht, I'd get on a helicopter.
Don't you do that though? Kinda, yeah. But I guess so.
If you could swap with any, you know, celebrity or influencer, who would you swap with? Or I just swap with myself. I mean, that's kind of a good answer. That is Anna Paul though, and she's very questionable. We have made a full video on all of her antics. If anybody that doesn't know, like, she's like mega rich, and I think she appears to be kind of like she's not, but in reality, like, she's a multi-millionaire. Like, exactly what kind of happened there. She tries to appear as if she doesn't have these things, but in reality she does. You can see the exact moment where she realizes, oh, yeah, when she like laughs and looks at what's probably her friend or a manager, where she's like,
This social media influencer has been jailed for 10 months after conning a vulnerable autistic man she met online out of £10,000. Hannah Louise Hill from Jersey pretended her mother had cancer to persuade the victim to give her money. She went on to tell her victim that her mother had died and she needed money to attend her funeral in Scotland. Her victim, a vulnerable stranger that she met on social media, ended up loaning her £10,000 between March and September 2023. But eventually, Hill's lies caught up with her after her victim's sister discovered Hill's mother alive and well.
Bro, sorry, this isn't this is a criminal. We gotta stop calling this person an influencer now. Just say criminal jail. I mean, strictly speaking, right? She did influence him to send the money, so I guess, you know, sir, no. She did influence in that way, so I guess you can't call her an influencer. This is genuinely horrific. Like, not only taking that amount of money from, you know, like an elderly autistic man, but lying about your mother dying from cancer, even though she's still alive as well. This is, you know, I was expecting possibly her mother did die from cancer, and she's just like conned him out of money, and she's actually just going to keep it for herself, and she's used that story. But the fact that that's not even like a real story as well, this just makes this doubly bad.
Oh, that's the first time I've ever had to pull out of a race. Is what it is. My head's just not in it at the moment. I think walking into the venue yesterday and seeing someone else do the frames that it took me months and months to get right, get perfect, and it's just one of them, I guess. Can't dwell on it. It's like no hard feelings to anyone, you know, anyone can do it. It's just, I've worked so hard to do that.
Okay, this one is a little bit layered, I guess. I can imagine what the comments are going to say. Let me just load up the comments. Yeah. Men used to go to war crying over high rocks, so we are crying over high rocks now then. For anybody that doesn't know what high rocks is, it's basically like a big indoor athletic event where people kind of lift heavy things and just, they do loads of like assault courses and stuff, and it's kind of like an achievement if you do it, I think. So I can understand if you've been working to something. It doesn't have to be, you know, like high rocks. It can even be something like if you're crochet, you know, it could be anything. If you're working towards something and you don't feel like you're like confident enough to actually finish it or like do the actual event that has been taking place, I can understand that that would feel very, you know, diminishing. You would lose confidence. And it might make you upset. So from that standpoint, I do totally understand why you would be like crying and making out as if this is a terrible thing. But on the other hand, these things are meant to to be set up to enjoy them and because you're passionate about them. You know, it's not like you're in the Olympics, or it's not like, you know, it's a life or death situation. The only reason that you're doing this is because it was your choice to do it. So from like that perspective point of view, you shouldn't beat yourself up too much about this, and you're not going to get much sympathy online from people that don't do this as a hobby. But I actually don't think this one is as much out of touch. I actually think it's quite, you know, cool to see somebody opening up about something. You know, you should never really put people down for opening up unless they're being really inauthentic with it, and I feel like he is being authentic.
It's going to be an extremely hot take for my Pilates girls.
Oh, okay. Can I just get ready for this? A hot take in the Pilates community?
A lot of commentary surrounding Pilates and proximity to whiteness, as well as disrupting the Pilates space in order to create more diversity and inclusivity. As someone whose entire purpose of my business, my brand goals is about providing accessible and affordable Pilates to a diverse demographic of women. That is what I started all of this on, so let's talk about it. What are some words that you think about when you think of like a really nice designer brand? I think of legacy, think about craftsmanship. I know a lot of the products are probably like handmade. People check them over and over again to make sure the quality is there, okay? The design is there, and that's why we pay top dollar, we pay our top coins for these designer items, right? Like, you would never walk into Bottega and be like, where's the diversity? Where's the accessibility? Babe, there is no accessibility. This is Bottega, okay? I want you to think the same way about Pilates. And I know a lot of us who've just gotten into this, or maybe we're new instructors, we haven't been trained. Pilates is a legacy, okay?
Sorry, I might be totally off here because I'm not in the Pilates community and I don't really understand, you know, a lot of what she's kind of saying. But is she gatekeeping Pilates here? Is this what she's saying? Is she saying, like, you know, if you aren't up to doing Pilates, that's fine. Like, Pilates isn't for everyone, like, and it shouldn't be for everyone. It should just be for kind of the Bottega of women.
People have worked generations to preserve this method of exercise. To even just training an instructor classically through a good program takes 500 hours minimum.
It's so strange what people decide to gatekeep these days. Like, if someone wants to do Pilates, just let them do Pilates. Like, why are you trying to make a barrier to entry here? As if it's some sort of, you know, elite thing that only is reserved for, like, the elite among society. Like, Pilates was made in prison, I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that it was made in prison. So I don't know why you're trying to put this, like, prestigious thing to it.
I want to talk about something that I feel like maybe is a little controversial, maybe not, but I feel like no one really talks about it on social media. At least I don't see this conversation being had, but I think about this every day. And this is coming from like an old school beauty content creator. I started on YouTube 14 years ago. Like, that is insane. I have been here for every single era, consistently uploading, downloading every new platform, like watch the birth of TikTok, you know, like I remember when Instagram became a thing. I was already on YouTube when Instagram became a thing, and I downloaded Instagram, and like it was like this new app and we were posting the square photos. Like, I've been here.
Okay, come on, love.
I feel like we're in such a weird place on social media as content creators where I am like fighting. I feel like I am like trying to run through mud to connect with my followers at this point. I feel like there are so many bots, and I feel like these apps are now controlling who views my videos. And I feel like I get punished and penalized for not showing up and creating all the time. In the sense of, I took off, like I didn't post a TikTok, I think for like a week and a half, 2 weeks maybe. Like, sorry, life happens. I've been doing this for 14 years. Maybe I'm a little burnt out, God forbid. But then I come back to TikTok and it's like I'm put in like this TikTok jail where my views are complete shit. No one is seeing, like, it's one thing if my engagement is shit, meaning like maybe my views are high, but my comments are low and the likes are low. It's like,
okay, I get what she's saying. She's basically saying that she can't connect with her followers whenever she takes a break. It feels like she can't, like, you know, it's almost like her audience is decreased. Now, one thing I will say is I don't have any prior knowledge to this woman before this. I don't know how big she is. But sometimes, like we said in the start of this video, sometimes people do just get influencer fatigue. Sometimes people get fatigue with you. Maybe your content isn't as good as what it was like 15 years ago, 10 years ago, whenever you said you started this, especially with like OG influencers, it's very difficult to transition. And you see a lot of the like OG YouTubers, especially like the Brit crew or people like that, only a few of them manage to kind of, you know, stay relevant today because times change. And if you aren't up with the times, you know, unfortunately, it's just going to pass you by. Now, in my opinion, I don't think no matter if you've done this for 15 years or you've done this for 5 minutes, you're guaranteed to get views. Like, the way she's looking at it as if it's like deserved to her, whereas in reality that's not the case. Like, you have to keep putting out good content, and if your content isn't as good as what you think it is, that means that if you take a break for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks, possibly your audience has found someone else. That's why it's so important to actually make your content really good, so that you can take these breaks and your audience trusts that when you come back you're going to be good as well. I do understand what she's saying, like she feels like she can't get a break and stuff, but also you have the luxury of doing this job. Like, it's one of the biggest luxuries in the world. So when you take a break, you have to expect that other people are probably going to take your place, because loads of people want to do this job.
I'm talking like when you have 1 million followers but your videos are only getting 30,000 views, this is just not the way it used to be. Like, when I started, it was so organic. Like, you subscribed to the people that you liked, you opened up those apps, or you got a notification on your phone saying so-and-so just posted a video.
I do get that. I do get it. Like, when you used to subscribe to someone, you could go on your subscription feed, or if you follow someone, only their stuff would come up. And I will agree with that. It is very annoying when you scroll, especially on like Instagram, and it's like people who you could follow, and you're like, I don't want to follow these people. If I want to follow them, I'd follow them. Like, I understand that from like a viewer's perspective, like just viewing. But one thing I will say is the way that algorithms are set up now. I know we're getting proper techie, let us know if this is boring, but it forces the creator to actually, you know, be consistent and make good videos. And there's a lot more competition now, and there's a lot of really talented people making videos. It's not like back in the day where it was kind of gatekeep to the people who could just kind of afford the equipment. So again, I think this video kind of a little bit comes from entitlement. Like, they feel like, you know, because they've got 1 million followers, they should get 1 million views. But that's not always the case.
Pick a Stanley for today. We're gonna go with the cream. We're gonna go with the cream boot. We're gonna pick the blue straw. And now a straw topper. What are we gonna go with today? We're gonna go with the sunshine.
How many Stanleys does one person need? Bro, there's 2 bookcases full of Stanleys. You do know they're reusable, right? Like, once you use them, you don't have to go, oh, well, I've used that now, but I'll just put it on the shelf as a showpiece. You can put water back in it. She's got like every single different colour as well. Like, you see here, there's one that's like white, then there's like an off-white one, then there's like one that's like a little bit more cream. Why are you hoarding Stanleys?
I need your help. Basically, I've been saying for weeks now, if not months, that I want to go to the Philippines at the end of November, and I'm like fully set on it. I sat down about to book my flights, and I've been hearing a lot about the typhoons, and I checked the Filipino like weather thing, and I see this huge typhoon literally going across the middle of the country. This typhoon isn't set to hit until the 4th or 5th of November, and I wouldn't go until like November 17-ish. So my question is, how bad is the aftermath going to be? Does anyone know?
Hey guys, I'm just making this TikTok. How bad is the aftermath going to be in the Philippines? Because, you know, I just want to, you know, do my little brand trip, and I feel like it's going to put a little bit of a, you know, like a speed pump in my plans, if anything. Will all the houses be destroyed and things? Because I don't think that'll be very good for my, you know, for my fit pics. I'm kind of trying to cook up this like sick photo dump, and if everything is derelict in the background, that's going to hurt how many likes I get and really drop my engagement rate. So can somebody just let me know what the aftermath's going to be like? Thank you. Not like, oh, you know, I was going to go on holiday here, I just can't believe that, you know, all these people are going to go through this. This is horrific. If there's anything I could do to help or promote anything, just, yeah, how does this affect me? Yeah, this is like the young person equivalent of, like, you know, someone in their 40s or 50s checking in safe when there's been an earthquake across the other side of the world and they're in Hull. Yeah, just checking in safe on Facebook, guys, I'm alright, okay. The earthquake didn't get us over here, if anyone's wondering.
Hi, how are you? Can I have a small iced cappuccino with 4 pumps of caramel?
But should we just go for 5? I guess it's in the middle.
That's it.
What?
That's it.
Popo.
Thank you.
Why is she so moody?
Thank you. Sorry, this tastes like just like straight up coffee. Is there any way you could like add more caramel?
Sure.
Thank you.
Sorry, she told me that she forgot to put the caramel.
Got it. That's another reason why I want to move to Wilmington, North Carolina.
What a miserable life. Bloody miserable. Before you'd even ordered, you were like it was like you were looking for a problem. You kind of already had your camera recording, looking at us like, yeah, we're going in this together. I'm like, wait, sorry, I was trying to like keep like a smile on my face here, trying to make sure. By the way, I'm not with her. She's filming, but I'm not with her. I'm on your side here, Mr. Dunkin' Donut. It's just how she was kind of looking for an issue, especially the way she was ordering as well. She didn't really make it clear. She was like, can I have like 4, 6, No wonder they kind of forgot. They were like, yeah, let's just not put any in.
I bought 2 properties by the age of 25 and I'm currently looking at a 3rd. So I feel like I'm pretty good at saving. Let's talk about some saving tips, tricks and hacks.
Wait a minute. Sorry, guys, I need to hear that again. Did I hear that right?
I bought 2 properties by the age of 25 and I'm currently looking at a 3rd. So I feel like I'm pretty good at saving.
Bro's got basically 3 properties by the age of 25 and a baby as well, which, you know, is huge. Like, it's great, lovely, but, you know, costs a lot of money. A big expense. It needs things to survive. But I call a baby an expense there, that I was like, doesn't sound the greatest kind of term of phrase. No matter how much 99.999% of people save, they wouldn't be able to afford 3 properties by the age of 25 and a baby on top. I think there's something else at play here, surely. But this can't come from saving. It's impossible. I will say it's impossible to save that amount of money by the age of 25. Okay, so a bit of context to this clip. There was huge forest fires in Canada. So as you can see, the air is very just like orange, obviously off all the fire. And this influencer decided this would be a great time to kind of, you know, shoot a little video. Not the hand! Let's aesthetically film an ambulance trying to save someone's life. Oh my god, this looks mint. Can I like record this in like 4K? 120 frames per second. Oh my god, this is gonna look so good when I put it in slow-mo. Why is she making this about her as well? Like, it's kind of main character syndrome, you know, just front and center. It's like, yeah, my life was really hard today, you know, in my skyrise, you know, city view apartment. I don't know how I got through this day, honestly. God gives these hardest soldiers these toughest battles, guys. Oh, I have to end the video on this one, don't I? I don't think we're going to get more of like a video that epitomizes influencer fatigue. But let me know on the conversation of influencer fatigue, and if you want me to do a full video on it, kind of discussing it from the very start of people becoming influencers in the end, let me know. Drop a like on this video, 5,000 likes and I'll do this video. And we have a whole back catalogue of reacting to influencers exactly like this. I suggest you go and watch this compilation of entitled influencers we reacted to. Honestly, some of them in this are genuinely wild. I'd argue even more mental than some of the ones in this. I'll see you over there. Bye-bye.
Camkirkham, baby.